Hi everybody, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you from the Maritimes of Canada and I am so excited because this is week 2, that's 4, 2 of the Fab Fall Collab. So I am just going to go through a few things. First, there's a contest on week 4. It's just the contest. And the contest is that each channel is going to have their own contest. And please check with the channel to see whether or not they are going where they're shipping to, because I'm shipping to Canada or the US, but others may be shipping to other places. So how do you enter the contest? First, you've got to be a visible subscriber. That means you've got to go into your private settings and make sure, privacy settings I should say, make sure that you are able to be seen as a subscriber. So then I prefer 18 and over, and you have to comment on each of the 3 videos where we're doing. Last week we were doing ATC cards. This week we're doing display cards, and next week I believe they're Memorindex cards, so MC cards. So yeah, I think that's all. You've got to comment on each one of those videos. So depending on which channels contest you're going in, maybe you're going in all of them. If that's the case, go in, make sure you're leaving a comment on each one of the videos in each one of the YouTube channels. So let's jump in. This week is display cards. I've never done display cards ever. I didn't even know they were a thing. I had to look it up. And to be honest with you, I had the worst time this week doing this challenge. Not the worst time, like I enjoyed my time trying to figure out what to do. But I just couldn't get into my jam. Like I couldn't get into... Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't make my creativity flow. Then I said, what do you do when you can't make your creativity flow? Go back to your shabby chic / vintage. It's something that comes out of me pretty well, so I said, okay, just go back there and just do a typical thing that you do with your vintage stuff. So that's what I did, and now I'm very happy with the results. So this is my display card. I'm hoping you guys are seeing that okay. So again, this first one I've ever done. I wasn't sure of sizing, but I always like the 6x6 sizing. It's big, it's fun, I don't know. Anyways, so I said go with the 6x6, have some fun with it, and this is what I came up with. So why did I make it this way? Like what did I... Well, I was thinking of the fall, and also I have this lace back here because, hey, anything vintage needs to have lace. I always think of, when I think of fall, I always think of time change. And not only on our clocks, but the passage of time as well. So that's what I went with. Now these little things, wood things are from Michael's. I got those near where where Tim Holtz stuff is, but I don't believe they were Tim Holtz. Then I have these beautiful leaves. A friend of mine, Thelma Hall, she gave me a bunch of these last year, and I liked how they went together with the clock. Then I just took some Wink of Stella and just went over this one because I wanted to have a little bit more sparkle. The red had a little bit of a sheen to it anyways, but I just wanted that one to have a little bit more sparkle. It's just a little. Then I love my hat pins. So these are hat pins that I've shoved down behind the clock. I love hat pins. This roping is my rendition. This is my thought of wind. I know. I don't know if it came out as wind, but this is my idea of wind. And what's fall without wind, right? And then finally, I just printed this out on cardstock from my computer and distressed it. And then finally, I just did this little stamp I got from Callie G. She's a crafter on YouTube. Fantastic crafter. And she gave me this little set, and it was these two here, and it came with some flowers in it and things like that. But I love that stamp because it's not straight across. It's kind of curved and stuff like that. These things here you can get at the local dollar store. They come in things like sheets like this. And what they're not the dollar store. I don't think I told you. Hardware store, if I didn't say that the first time. These are from the hardware store, and people buy them for, well, and that's where I get them anyways. They buy them for mailboxes and things. So, yeah. I just liked the gold. I find it looks vintage when I look at them. And I just took around my Tim Holtz Distress ink. It is the, I should have kept that out for you. Let me see. It's got, of course, it's the last distressed ink that I pull out. It's the Vintage Photo. And I just take this around. The great thing about this glass is that I can put some on the glass and then take, so I'm not putting too much on. And that's in Michael's, of course. And then I did put a chipboard back on this just to make it a little bit more stiff. So that when I'm going to want to prop it up. And then going back to inks, I have this ink from Crystal Craft Ink Pad. It says for fabric, wood, and paper. So this I used, number one, for, well, number one, that's what it was used for. So I used this for, first I took my one of these, and I did use this ink, and I went around just to give it a little bit of shimmer, and I don't know if you can pick that up, but it just gives this a little bit of shimmer around, and I just took it around the edges again just to give it a little bit more shimmer. I did do a little bit in here too, just to shimmer it up. And also, what I did is I took some of my my curly filigrees, I think they're called, or whatever. And I stamped some there just to give it another little element. So just behind there, you can see the whorls. But I know, I'm hoping you can see just the fine glitter-ish look of it. Nothing on the inside to do it. But yeah, that's what I did there. The gold is kind of a weaved thing, and what it is, this is a blue one of it. They come in rolls like this, ignore my elastic. They come in rolls like this from our Dollarama up here in Canada. They just call it metallic rope. Sometimes I even take this apart. So I pull it apart and use just the small rope on it. But anyways, yeah, it comes in 2.5 meters, and I really like this. I find a lot of uses, like with my use your words, Bobbi-Jo. I use it with my tassels, my paper tassels, and it's 8.2 feet. And yeah, I get a lot of use out of this. And for $1.25, you can't beat it. Then, of course, I use Eileen's glue. Funny, I didn't like this glue to begin with, and now that's pretty much all I use. And then I wanted to show you guys, oh, I did raise this a little bit with some foam tape. I buy my foam tape in the Dollarama, but I know that the hardware store has it too. I buy it in the hardware section, and it comes in a roll, and what I do is I put it on this paper when I'm ready to, and when you cut it, it doesn't ruin your scissors, because it can get pretty gooey with scissors, and you can use this stuff. I just have this off of something that was sticky, but you can use parchment paper as well. So I use both, but this comes off of my my vinyl, so I use that. And yeah, and then I just use the Forever in Time tape. Why do I have this hanging off there? That's how I find stuff on my desk. Yeah, I get that messy. So I have like all my bone folders are on one, because I get so messy I can't find my stuff. Yeah, and it doesn't look good in here right now. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. I hope you like it, and it certainly is something I'm going to do again, because I like, if you go over to This and That by with Michelle, she has one for like Happy Mail. She has them for hauls and stuff like that. So because I do Happy Mail, and because I do hauls, and because I do this, yeah, that's what I've been wanting to do up some more of these, and I really hope you guys like this one. And pop over to the other channels. I will link them below. Again, check out which ones ship to your country. Again, I only ship to Canada and the US. And also check out the other subscribers, the other people in the Fall Collab. And I really hope that you're enjoying things. A new reveal for what I'm giving away in the contest. So I've got a little bag here with the stuff I'm going to be sending out. And I'm going to put that in it right now. And we're just going to keep adding to the bag. All right. So, oh, by the way, I do have, I was getting to my 125 subscriber. Was going to do a contest. I'm going to wait until after the collab. The reason being is because I just don't want the two contests kind of intermingling. But please like, share, subscribe. I am on Pinterest. I will put that below as well. I am on Twitter. I'll put that below as well. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye-bye.